The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. In motion goes the tight end.
Whirl it, whirl it.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Lions at 6-3 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Tiger, tiger.
Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Goff. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, Shell, dudes. Orange. What's up?
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That is caught by Laporta. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Listen.
Once more Montgomery, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Slot man moves right. Moore, the man in motion. Now it's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 44 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Their partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Goff looking to change the play. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Super.
Another run for Gibbs here. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now as they line up and kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, here's Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 3rd down and 6. In motion left goes Allen. On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hold on. Check. Hey, let's go. Let's go, Brown.
Now Goff on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's going to look deep down the field. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Brian Branch with it. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Able to power through. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now it's Goff. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Gibbs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Moore, the motion man right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
17.
In motion, it's Miller.
Value 3. Go. 12. Go.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to the Porter. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And the tight end goes in motion left.
11, 5. Hey, let's go. Go, ground.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. In motion, the tight end. Throwing on third. Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's Goff now on second down. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Check. Maverick.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 13.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That throw into the arms of Allen. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but... takes it inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. In motion right goes Allen. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down. Draw play and give to Herbert. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now it's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hey, still kill!
Now Goff. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Maverick. Hey, 76.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw is Goff. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hit.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Here's 1st and 10.
14.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Wilson to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down to about the 33-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 33-yard line.
Ric Flair. Hey, kill.
Goff. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Just over a minute to go in the football game. Second and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Gets this to Moore. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Now Wilson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's back to throw. The slant pass complete to Swift. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Lions,